Now for something completely different. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a new product, the SightWard S800 Tactical Light by LumenTac. Before you click away on some other video thinking, oh, Dave has decided to sell out, he's an influencer now, there's a reason why I agreed to review this product. I'm going to tell you about the pluses and the minuses, and then share with you my own thinking about the wisdom of having a light on your gun. So I'll begin by talking about the features or pluses. This is very lightweight. It won't weigh your gun down because it doesn't take batteries. You charge it using this charging port. At the back end, you get a cable that you plug in there, and then you can plug the other end into your laptop. The next feature I want to show you is just how easy it is to install this thing. What you do is you slide the rail down over the adapter, then you pull this lever back, and it's installed. Now, each one of these lights comes pre-configured with an adapter for Glock rails, but you get a set of adapters for Picatinny rails, and you get an Allen wrench so you can swap out the adapter right away. And finally, the way you operate this thing is you press on this lever. You've got one on the left and one on the right. One press is 800 lumens. Press it a second time, that turns it off. Press it twice in a row, you get a strobe. I have no idea what you need a strobe for. Press it 3 times in a row, and you get the low light setting, or 300 lumens. Now for the minuses. To begin with, I don't use a light on my gun. This is my idea of a dressed up, tricked out Glock 17. All I want are these tritium sights and a high quality barrel. This is Zev Technologies. That's it. I don't use a red dot, laser, or anything else. Now for the second problem. This is a real problem. I think we can all agree that these mounted lights are primarily for purposes of giving us the best possible sight picture. Though I think we also recognize the temptation would be there to use this light for searching, using the gun as though it were a handle for a flashlight as we sweep the premises. And that means the danger is always there that we could end up pointing this gun at someone and committing that felony assault, whether or not that person needs to have a gun pointing at him or not. And I understand that a number of you are not concerned about that. You just want enough light to get an optimal sight picture before you pull the trigger. I get that. Who I really want to address are the newer gun owners who are concerned about how best to handle home defense. You've taken 1 or 2 or 3 classes. I will take a random class every few years myself just to see what's being taught. Still to this day, painful as it is, there are experts out there who would insist that after being roused out of a sound sleep in the middle of the night, you ought to have the presence of mind to be able to grab a gun, perhaps grab a flashlight, maybe throw on some pants, maybe throw on some body armor, maybe even throw on some hearing protection, grab your cell phone, begin narrating what's going on to the authorities, while also corralling family members into a safe zone, and the whole time making adequate use of cover and getting a good sight picture on your would-be attacker, and issuing all those ultimatums and commands you have been taught. And I know that some of the coursework you had may have been geared more towards warning off an attacker, some of it geared towards making a citizen's arrest. The ultimatums and commands you've been taught sound, I'm paraphrasing, they sound like this: stop right there, don't move, drop that weapon, I have a gun, I'm holding a gun, I'm calling the police, put your hands on top of your head, turn around, kneel, lay down with your arms out in front of you, and blah, blah, blah. You have to know that's all BS. It is really just BS, but it comes packaged with some other BS online, and that is the idea that the mere presence of a gun, 9 times out of 10, is enough to end an ordeal, and that's it. No shooting required. We don't know that. But if your intention is to present your firearm as a deterrent and as a threat that you mean business, then you have to understand that you can't have a light on your gun. If you've got a light at the end of your gun in the dark, your opponent cannot see what you're holding. A gun with a light on the end of it is invisible. It just looks like you're holding a flashlight. Remember, you don't need a light inside your own home. You know where everything is. And 100 lumens can blind you in the dark temporarily anyway, so it's a hazard. And that's ultimately my take on the matter of your home defense gun and mounted lights. Never mount a light under gun.